Welcome back everyone, sunny Sunday morning, and it's the last bit of sunshine we're going to have because it's October. It's absolutely freezing. We have got the Fiesta ST, 150 horsepower, and really boring. No, it's not. It's actually, if you want to cram the most fun you can into a Sunday morning, that's about what it is. 2.5 Ford Focus RS engine, that's been modified in a Ford Fiesta. Everything, all the benefits of a Ford Focus RS, but half the weight. So we're going to find out what's going on here. We estimate that it makes around 500 horsepower. Everything is custom. The guy's built it himself. Tube frame stuff, like everything is modified. There's a lot to unpack here. I'm not going to say too much about it, but it's orange and it's fast. So here we go.
You are now in the presence of a king.
Mark, thanks so much for coming out on the Sunday morning.
No worries.
Appreciate it, mate. The more I look at this car, you just said to Nick that you're an overthinker, and
Yeah.
The more I look at it, the more I notice there's all these little touches that you're clever with it. Do you want to give us just a quick rundown, like the bullet points of the car, top to bottom?
Right, yeah, so it was an ST150, put the Focus RS engine into it. It's got all the running gear, custom drive shafts. I've done all that first. I thought I'd drive it around for the first year just to make sure everything's going to work and no rubs, knocks and bangs.
Yeah.
And then after that, once it was all good, I decided to go with the big power.
Turn it up a little bit.
Yeah, put a liner block in there, and that was it.
You play it down so much. When we were talking earlier, and when I talked to you about this, you're like, oh, I just did this, I just did that. But the amount of fabrication and work that's gone into it is unbelievable. You've tube framed the front. You've done. And it was. Would you call it a lockdown build? That's a lot of people.
I originally called it a Boris build only because Boris put us on the lockdown.
Yeah.
And that was, the timing was just perfect because it let me get on it every day, 7 days a week, which cut the time right down.
Yeah, yeah. You must have had some fun. It takes the time up. You must have some fun doing it as well.
Yeah, I did enjoy it. Yeah. You start off saying I'm going to do this and do that, and then I thought, you know what, I want it to be as close to factory as I can get it, so I started putting all the extra bits in once it was built and done. That's
what I keep noticing. So I hadn't looked around the car too much because I wanted to speak to you about it while we're on the camera, but even at the back you've got like the twin tailpipes like the Focus RS would have, and the little emblems on the side.
I've tried to do everything. I've tried to do everything that's like on the Mark II, and get it as close to as I can.
Yeah. And if Ford had built a Fiesta RS, like a limited edition, it looks like this is what they would have done.
Yeah, yeah, possibly, yeah. Because of the date, the age of the car and that, this is what they was putting in the RSs. Yeah. So yeah, possibly. Yeah, or maybe the Mark I RS engine, but for me, I like the 5-pot.
Yeah, so they got that noise, haven't they? That's what one's paper. Do you want to just pop the lid, mate? Let's have a look, see what's going on here, because this is super tight, and he's done an expert job of it. He's even kept the engine cover just to, and you know, I mean, stuff like the ECU's under here, isn't it?
That's it.
You know, a lot of the time that cover gets like junked, you know, because people can't be bothered to put it back on or whatever. So what's going on in the engine bay? What's happening?
Right, so yeah, as we've got the normal 5-pot engine, everything's how it would have been, Ford made it, with all the ECU placement and that. And then I've added down the back like the big turbo, screamer, you know, fuel system.
What turbo is on it?
That's a Garrett 3076 Gen 2.
Right, okay. And what do they rate that turbo at, roughly?
Well, just about 600.
Is it?
Ish, yeah.
For a car that weighs, how much does it weigh?
That's what I don't know.
Right,
I haven't gone to that like length of getting it weighed or anything like that. I haven't done nothing like that, so I couldn't even tell.
Probably
you.
a little bit more than a Fiesta ST would have been.
Yeah, definitely, especially with that engine in there.
Yeah.
So,
what are they? About a ton, are they?
Yeah, they're about there. Yeah.
So it's going to be, it's still light. Let's face it, it's lighter than an RS Focus, isn't it? And you've got a little bit more space around the radiator pack and all this. This is the tube frame you were talking about.
This is it. Yeah.
To just make more space.
I've had to do that because I wanted to still use the Focus RS radiator, and I wanted to put the intercooler on there, the oil cooler. I needed everything to fit in there.
Yeah.
And with the original ST150 front end, it was just too crammed. It just wouldn't have worked, and I just wanted the cooling and everything to be spot on.
Yeah, because then it's going to work. You want the reliability out of it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It is. Let's just have a look inside. I mean, I wanted to have a look inside anyway, but you were saying earlier you wanted to keep it sort of factory looking, and it's not full of roll cage and extra gauges and like, you know, it's got the Focus RS seats presumably.
Yeah.
And a factory dash and everything else.
Yeah, so it's got the Focus RS instrument cluster, and it's got an ST radio in there. I'll still put the 3 gauges at the top there because I just wanted it to look like
I
like
didn't
the
even
ST.
spot that.
Yeah, so it's still got them.
Are they from the Focus? Are they really?
Yeah, they're from the Focus. And then we've got the Mark III seats.
Yeah.
Done a bit of pedal work, nothing major. And that's it. Even done the auto headlights and stuff.
I was going to say, it's switched on to auto at the moment, so everything, it all works as it did do.
Even the heated screen works as well.
Jesus, mate. And it's a 6-speed box, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got the 6-speed,
Yeah. Round the back, so we were saying about, obviously it's got the spoiler on it, which would have been, you know, it's a nod to the Focus RS, but you've got the twin pipe exhaust on there as well. Was that custom built, or is that something?
Yeah, me and my friend Lewis, he helped me do that exhaust because of getting all the placement right for the 2 boxes. We had to cut the box and move them closer to get them to fit in between in that bumper
so
space.
it is a Focus RS exhaust? It's just, you just
Section
modified
59.
Is it really?
Yeah, Section 59 exhaust, and then it's the same with the rear axle. It's an ST150 rear axle, but I've totally cut it off, and I had the plates made to take a Focus wheel bearing and the brake carrier. So basically, when you look through there, that's all Focus as well. So everything's Focus. And then the suspension, that's custom made so that it takes the payload because of the weight of the engine.
Jeez.
So I've had all that done because I didn't want to run it on ST150 springs. I wanted
it's not made for it, is it?
No,
exactly.
That's it. So I've done everything to make it. So even though it's a Fiesta, it is all done for a Focus. So all the payload's all correct.
Going to that sort of depth with that sort of stuff is just...
Yeah.
It is awesome, mate. No one pays that sort of attention, and you know, because it would be easier just to throw the engine in and drive it and go, here you go.
Yeah, that's how it all started, put the engine in. I always had the vision of doing the extra bits, but it was all about getting the engine in, making sure it works, everything like that, and then go from there.
Just refine it. Even got the Focus RS steering wheel on there.
Yeah, I've done that as well, because I just wanted it to have the RS theme.
Yeah.
So everything to be, and the same as the front brakes, they're from the Mark III RS because basically it was cheaper to put that setup on it than spend a couple of K on AP racing brakes or whatever for a build.
And they're going to be well up to the job anyway. It's lighter, isn't it?
Yeah, they do it perfectly,
They just about fit inside the wheel.
They do, they're so close.
Snug. What's going on in the boot? You said there was a bit of fuel system happening in the boot. Is that, you've had to do that for... Is it because of space in there, or
basically, I needed the fuel system to be man enough
to cope with the power. Now, you said earlier, you got the battery. Also, you haven't got room for under the bonnet. For
exactly
that. This is a nice bit of kit, and that's an off-the-shelf item, is it?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's the Radium fuel system in there. So I've got the Focus RS in the tank, like as my lift pump, and then I've got a 540 litre per hour pump in there.
Ah, right. That's a nice bit of kit, that.
Yeah.
That is nice. So you don't have an exact figure of what sort of power it's making.
Nah.
You've only got it's been tuned and then
that's it. Yeah. No real figures or anything. It just goes well, puts the power down well. It's actually I'm happy with it how it is.
Yeah.
I don't want to chase numbers.
No.
But yeah.
Has it got a stock diff in it? Have they got an LSD standard?
It's got a quaif in it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we should have some fun. That's
Yeah.
good, mate. I mean, it's hard. I always say when we're talking about stuff like this, power these days is it's easy to come by because of technology and turbochargers and all that. But to get power and make it neat at the same time that's the time in it.
Yeah,
that's spinning. And if you got the dedication like you've got, obviously you're working full time as well, and you're trying to fit this in the meantime.
Yeah, the other one's taken a bit longer, obviously, because I'm working. Whereas this was done in like lockdown.
Yeah.
So it's just so much better for the time and everything to get it done.
Yeah, we need another lockdown so you can finish the other one.
100%. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is an expertly executed bit of kit, and I just think fair play to you, mate. I mean, you've gone so much further than what a lot of people would do if they were going to do this sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it's, I guess we need to go out for a drive and see what it goes like, don't we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. The strangest part about this is it all looks like a standard car.
Yeah, that's it.
The Alcantara, man. So you did it. What was that like to do? Was it quite
That was
easy?
alright. It was just a case of peel it off and then just glue it and do it in sections. It's like, and it was actually pretty straightforward.
There was no like, it didn't warp or anything like that.
No.
Just
It's the second time I've done it. The first time I didn't use
lovely.
Really good glue, so it started sagging in the summer months. But now
is it quite expensive to buy the material, or is it?
it's only about 100 quid.
Yeah.
But that's for a massive roll. I've got loads left. I overdone it.
And you've done these bits as well.
Yeah.
Makes me want to do mine. Then you make it sound easy. Can I put that heated seat on?
Yeah.
Oh, just because it's there. It's just there and it works.
For the sake of it.
You ready? Yeah, mate. Yeah, let's go for a little drive. Yeah.
Clutch.
So the clutch is a
Helix.
It's a Helix. What is it? Single plate clutch still, is it?
Paddle.
Well, it's a paddle, right?
Yeah.
It's not too loud either, is it? It's quite.
It can be a bit droney on the motorway up there.
Yeah, up this one. Yeah. It's quite sedate. Jeez. It copes with everything perfectly, doesn't it? It's not like you didn't look like there was a lot of drama going on there.
It's not too bad.
It sounds amazing. They got such a good noise to them. So start to finish, it was it 2020? You said you got the car?
2020. Yeah, I got it in February 2020. Then started taking the engine out, and then we got the coronavirus lockdown, and then that, for me it was like, oh, cool, what a godsend.
And then and it was put together, and then you drove it. And what was the period of time between getting the car then and then getting it up and running with the 5-cylinder in it?
3 weeks it took, but that's purely because of the lockdown and the time I had on it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been able to do it like with a full-time job in that quick.
Yeah. So you had that, and then it was. How soon after that did you take it apart and then go to where we
So
are
I
now?
drove it for one summer, just driving it around, making sure everything was going to be alright, and any like iron out any little niggly problems.
Yeah.
And then after that summer I took the engine back out in winter months, probably October, and then started getting all the bits together and stuck another engine in it and put a big turbo setup on.
I mean you're playing it down a lot, because like just throwing a big turbo on it, because obviously no one makes an off-the-shelf
Well, they do for these. Basically, when you do, because I do a lot of like
just go straight ahead
RSs and STs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was pretty straightforward, all that side of it, getting the turbo and all the correct stuff. The worst part was just all the fabrication kind of side of it, you know.
So the downpipe would have been like...
The downpipe was all made,
yeah,
and the whole exhaust was made basically because you had to get a 3-inch system to fit onto the Fiesta and miss everything.
Yeah, yeah, which is tighter obviously than the Focus, because it's not as much room there.
And then to get the section 59 on the back.
Yeah. God, it's got some good noise to it. Cannot beat that 5-cylinder though.
No, definitely not.
Such a good noise.
Makes it all worth it.
It does, yeah, yeah. That noise is just unbeatable. And you got anti-lag on this as well,
Yeah.
did you say? So you can turn all that off if you wanted to, and then it's just like...
just make it normal,
What have you got? What's the next sort of? Have you got anything you're going to change going forward? Are there any bits you're like, I've got to do that? That's
What, on this one?
Yeah.
No, this is kind of finished now.
Right.
My time's mainly set on the next one.
The 4-wheel drive one.
Yeah.
Look out for that, because we've got that coming hopefully. But yeah, that's a whole different kettle of fish. That, isn't it? That's. Even though it's as powerful as what it is, it's not like yanking you all over the road and that.
No,
like you'd expect
not.
with that sort of power.
Yeah.
I'm surprised how planted it looks.
Yeah, it feels alright. It ain't actually too bad for what it is.
Yeah. And the turbo's not laggy or anything. That comes on like instant.
Yeah, I'll just try and keep it in the right gear.
Yeah. CS's?
We go here.
Yeah, go on. You must have some good fun in this though.
Yeah.
Jeez. It doesn't clonk or rattle or anything, does it? It's like, it's dead solid.
Yeah, the suspension's actually good on it.
Yeah. No one's ever going to suspect it's got the motor in it that it's got.
The exhaust gives it away.
Yeah.
That's what gives it. When it was silver, before I wrapped it, then it was more of a sleeper then.
Yeah.
But then I put that exhaust on it because it had a single exit on there.
Yeah, yeah.
But it just didn't sound like it sounded like, I don't know, I just lost the sound.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's part of the enjoyment.
Yeah.
Mate. In Mexico, on the motorway, you must run into other cars, and they're like, "What the fuck is going on there?"
Yeah, definitely. And then sometimes people see, like, oh, they want to race you or something. You might just try and give it a little go.
Jeez, it's just the noise alone is like. Well, that's a well-built car at the end of the day, isn't it? If it's not rattling and crashing around, then it's like. So you reckon it's about
ish, yeah.
It's got to be. It's right over 400 horse, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
definitely. Yeah.
So what more do you want? That's it. On this occasion, having something that's mental fast. But so refined, it's thin on the ground finding stuff like that, because normally stuff that's really fast feels like you're going to fall off the road, and that doesn't. He's even gone to the point of putting the rear bearings and the rear brakes for an RS on it, and like the thought that's gone into it is just, I hope you guys appreciate that, because there's a huge amount of work gone into that. It's quick and it does everything it's supposed to. Box ticked, there we go. So that is it. That's shoehorning in a lot of power into a small car and making it work at the same time. It's mental. What else we got going on? We've got the Datsuns coming back in a little while. Mr. 2 is coming back in a couple of weeks. Look at the exhaust. Exhaust on the Celica.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
BMW shop.
Shocks getting done on the BMW. I've never seen anyone spend a whole day putting an exhaust on, but Nick can do it apparently. And the Micra, which is bleeding itself dry as we speak. So ladies and gents, that's a Focus RS. It's not, it's a Fiesta RS. If you've got anything at home, if you know someone who's built something mad in their garage that they want to show to the world and they don't mind us three idiots coming along and showing everyone else that, please get in touch with us through our platforms on social media. Look, it's a late night, all right? Give me a break. Then please get in touch with us. Like, share, subscribe. Louder for those in the back.
Hit the bell.
Hit the bell where you can. Ladies and gents, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my Sunday afternoon warming up on a sofa. That's your lot, bye.